Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another Ninja Chris Casts. This is a just another Dota 2 cast that was recommended to us over on Reddit, so hopefully going to give this a good shot and see how it goes. Starting off on the Radiant side, we have FC Porto on the Spirit Breaker. I keep forgetting to switch that off. Give me 1 second. There we go. Alright, we have FC Porto on the Spirit Breaker. We have Purple Tea on the Legion Commander. We have Wait For It on the Bristleback. We have Asteria on the Clockwork. And we have Changes Plus on the Wind Ranger. Up on the Dire side, we have Census on the Weaver. We have Magic on the Warlock. We have Rasvelk on the Morphling. We have Dareden on the Lifestealer. And we have Jack on the Pudge. A little bit of an interesting setup on both teams. It doesn't seem to see that we have, yes, exactly like Lifestealer's calling out, we don't really have any hardcore supports on either team. So I'm a little concerned on what both teams are hoping out of this setup. So I guess we'll see and find out. My first question, as usual, who has any wards? Do we even have any of that on either team? We have no wards coming up on the side of the Radiant, but at very least we've got a courier. So I don't know. I would like to see a little bit more, but once again, this is a little bit of a pub match, so I guess we'll see what happens. Basic little Greevil going up on the side of the Radiant, and we have a little Dragon on the side of the Dire. So fun little couriers, so that'll be nice. But unfortunately, like I was saying, I'm not seeing any wards up on the side of the Dire either. Well, at least we'll have a little bit of scouting going up on the Windrunner in the mid lane. He'll be countering against the Jack Pudge going on. We have the Legion Commander and the Spirit Breaker in the bot lane soloing against the Census Weaver. Then up in the top lane, we've got a dual lane, the Magic and the Rasvelk on the Dire side against the Bristleback and the Clockwork. So, and we'll have that's what I'm forgetting. We have the Lifestealer who is jungling it up in the Radiant and the Dire side. So I don't know exactly what we're going to see out of this. We're going to see a little bit of a shotgun Morphling, I'm betting, but taking a little bit of damage, backing out against the Clockwork and the Bristleback. And nice little healing salve being popped. As I've always thought, if you can't get the kill, at least you're forcing out a buyback. Oh, and he even stops the healing salve being popped. So nice little aggression coming out from the Bristleback, stopping both the Warlock and the Morphling from getting too much health going on. And the Clockwork keeping up the aggression. A little bit going on both teams. We even have a little bit of aggression going against the Weaver in the bottom lane. Legion Commander even going up for the easy farm in the bot lane. So a lot of farming, a lot of easy play at the very beginning of the game, other than the Radiant pushing really hard in the top lane. So let's see if they're able to get a first blood out of this. Once again, no wards going on, so we don't even have any vision of the double damage rune here in the bottom lane. Legion Commander, okay, I heard the attack, so wondered if there was something special going on. Lifestealer continuing to jungle it up. Just a very basic introduction and start to the overall game. It looks like the Wind Ranger, excuse me, is actually going for the health boots at the start. So see how far that happens to take her. We have a little bit further aggression still going on the Radiant on the top lane. I'm not seeing any final picks here, but they're running out of health. There's not a whole lot else that can be done out of this, especially unless the Warlock is able to get his health boots soon. I don't know what else there is to be done. Clockwork flirting with the tower dive here, just seeing what he can pick out of this. And we even have the Bristleback coming back into the lane. He's even got his ring figured out. So a little bit extra aggression coming out of this. Only the Clockwork's got really got the boots up here though. Morphling doesn't have it. The Warlock certainly doesn't have it either. So I don't know. Maybe a ring coming out of the Morphling as well. But I don't know. I definitely see a little bit of aggression coming out of this Clockwork really soon. Finally, we got the Windrunner picking up the Wind Ranger, picking up the DD rune, returning back to harass against the Pudge. We'll see if she's able to get anything out of that. And we have a little bit of return aggression finally coming out. The Morphling flirting with disaster over here, potentially going to give away the first blood if getting out of that situation as quickly as they can. But still, there are no health items over here going on. It's all gone. So unless we see a tower dive, I'm willing to bet that we're going to see a tower dive just to get that first blood, maybe even a double kill. And the Clockwork still just kind of giving them, flirting with them a little bit, saying hi. Returning back to the mid lane. We see the Wind Ranger pushing back in a little bit. She's got her boots in the ring all set up. Oh, almost got hooked by the Pudge. Well done getting out of that circumstance. Checking for the next rune. Not going to find it. They need some wards. We see a nice little regen rune in the bottom lane. But, oh, Clockwork. I missed the first blood. I'm sorry. But the Clockwork does, in fact, get the Morphling. See if they picked anything up out of that. No. Really nothing out of that purchase. Is there even anything on the courier? Yeah, she's got a little bit going on. Is that the... Who's the... Razval? Yeah, okay, so she's working on the advanced ring. Going in on the Warlock. Gonna go tower... No, not gonna tower dive after all. Just a little bit more harassment coming out of it. The Pudge starting to rotate toward the top, see what he can do out of it, but no, actually not finding the rune, just gonna return. Not exactly sure why nobody is actually going for this regen rune, but maybe that's just all not in the cards as of right now. Nope, I take it back. There goes the Wind Ranger. And Pudge coming back, getting out of the fight. He's about to pick up the rest of his boots. So getting a bit more mana, but I don't know. He needs that bottle. He's hurting without that right now. Back to the top lane, see if we can get a little bit more aggression coming out of these guys, especially with the Clockwork picking up the first kill, getting the flares right on top of the Warlock, potentially hoping for that quick pick off, especially if the Bristleback wants to come in for a quick little gank. Not high enough health. I wouldn't say we're going to see it coming. But at very least, they both got their boots up now. We've got the phase boots almost finished on the Clockwork, and we almost have the power... Is it power treads, potentially? No, not exactly sure what they're building up to as of right now. Still, nonetheless, Dire's starting to, take a step back. Walk away with what they've earned thus far. Not challenging too much. Oh, the Pudge gets the Windrunner, and she's going to get right back out of that because the Pudge isn't even level 6 yet, so no ultimate going on right now. Bottom lane, we actually have potentially a little bit of aggression. The Weaver pushing right up into the bottom lane and taking some tower hits, so lost gold on the side of the Spirit Breaker. We're gonna go ahead and jump back up to the top lane. We forced a magic or a mana right out of the magic, stopping it right away with the Clockwork. So not any extra mana coming out for him. Oh, we have a hook, and finally the Pudge gets the Wind Ranger. Clockwork had to rotate in, see if he's gonna pick off the rest of this Pudge. He's got, oh boy, a little bit of frustration and aggression out of that Pudge too. And let's see if he's gonna... Nope, he's not even 6 yet. He's not gonna be able to hook in and stop that Pudge, but nonetheless, he's gonna rotate up to the top lane. We have a potential 4 coming up on this top lane against the 2 on the Radiant side. A little bit of extra scouting coming out on the side of the Clockwork though. Windrunner picking up the Facebook boots. So we'll see if she's going to return to the lane, but overall Dire is just very, very conscious and concerned about not wanting to give anything away, anything any further anyway.
Do it with flair.
Extra little flare coming up to harass the Razvelk and the magic. A lot of pushing power going on right now, but I don't know. I don't know if this is worth it. Pudge returning back to the bot lane, actually, not going back to the mid lane. So we go back to a try versus, well, potential 3. Depends if the life stealers actually come back into the fight. So a little bit of a push back. I don't know if they're going to see. They're not going to catch this ward because I wouldn't think that any of them have a sentry ward on them. And nope. So they're not going to have any idea. Pudge. Did Pudge throw a hook? No. What did I hear? Not sure exactly what I heard. Legion Commander finishing off the boots. The power treads. And potential aggression coming in. And here comes the hook. He gets onto the Spirit Breaker. And there's an easy kill on the Spirit Breaker. Oh, is he going to get out of it? He gets out. Oh, he's only got 70 health. and quickly regenerating. So I'd say he got hit with about 60 health left. Man, if only that Pudge would have actually gotten the hook or the ultimate off, that would have been another quick kill for the Pudge. Extra stacks. Yep, 2v1 fail. I agree. That should have been easy kill on their part. So we go back up to the top lane where the majority of the action tends to be happening. We've got the 3-on-2 being pushed back on the 2. Well, I almost said 2 supports. That is absolutely not true. So everybody backing out. Tower hits taking up all the farm, not giving Dire anything out of this. We have a bit of a push coming back out. I'm a little surprised to not see the Pudge pushing back into the mid lane, rotating where he should be. If he's not going for hooks, if he's not going for the ganks and kills, he's kind of wasting his time. Here goes the Clockwork, snapping in on top of the Warlock, taking him out very quickly. And there goes the Morphling, 2 for naught. The tower is potentially going to get the kill on the Clockwork. Warlock being given the kill. But overall, that was still a nice little 2-for-1 trade on the side of the Radiant, especially getting that Morphling. Anything to slow them down is going to be great for them. That being said, we're going to switch down to the bottom lane, see what we can find with the Pudge. Is he going to find the Legion Commander not looking that direction? Potentially going to find this Spirit Breaker here in just a moment. But without any true vision coming in from the Weaver, I wouldn't think that anything's going to happen. We do have the Clockwork rotating into the bottom lane, and we even have a nice little flare coming in to see what he can pick off. He's going to see the Pudge, and he's even going to see that one. So, oh, are they going to come in on the Pudge? Nope, they're changing their mind. Oh, there goes the hook, and he misses right in between. So, absolutely nothing going to be caught. A little bit of shit talking coming out from this Lifestealer even. And we even have the Warlock rotating into the bot as well. A lot of flaming going on. So, hopefully that'll calm down just a little bit until one team actually can show that they've earned it. We'll see what happens in that regard. Morphling getting more than enough farm up on the top lane. Or at least trying for it. We have the Wind Ranger pushing back into the middle lane, picking up the haste rune. No bottle though. Yes, no bottle. So just a little bit of speed, nothing real special. See if she can actually push all the way into the lane. But we do have a little bit of a fight coming in. Seeing if we've got. Nope, Legion Commander gets right back out of it. We have 3 or is it 4 down here on the bottom lane. 1, 2, 3, 4 coming in. What are they going to find? Are they going to find the... Oh, we have a hook on top of the Warlock, and that's going to be a nice little kill. Well done for Asteria. And is he going to get out of this? It looks like he's going to try. The Pudge gets hooked, stunned into place, and there goes a dead Pudge. Right on top of the Weaver going down as well. And that's a nice little 3-for-1 kill on the side of the Radiant as well. Only one dropping is the Clockwork, unless this Wind Runner actually gets out of the tower range. Yep, she does. So another nice little push onto the bot lane, but see if they actually get a tower out of this. Last time they got a 3-for-1 in the top lane, they didn't finish the tower. They didn't even do any damage to the tower. So a little bit of a pet peeve of mine. They're getting the kills, but they're not working on the towers for it. Maybe it's just a little early, but we're only 12 minutes in. But nonetheless, with that many people in the lane, they could have easily pushed in a little bit harder. Maybe they're taking the tower down to half. Or maybe I'm just being a little optimistic with this. Either way, Clockwork returning to the top lane. Going to challenge on the Morphling a little bit. Nice little flare going in toward what appears to be the center. Finding the Lifestealer, but getting out a little quickly. Little quick to not truly get spotted out. Nonetheless, the Weaver getting spotted in the middle lane by the Windrunner. See if she's going to try and... what's the term? Shackle shot. I kept wanting to say hook. See if the shackle shot comes into play just to stop the Weaver from getting out. Actually, I don't know if the time lapse will get him out of it. I guess we'll find out. Nonetheless, we're going to take a look back into the bottom lane. We have a potential Pudge hook coming in very shortly. We have a few of them. They want to catch him out of position. 2v1. See if... Ooh, here we go. A couple of wards spotting each other out. Spirit Breaker not being spotted by the other team, by the Dire. So we'll see if they, here comes the Jukes, see if the Pudge hook flies in, and they want to go in on the top of the Windrunner, or the Warlock. Pudge hook throwing him right off of the course. The Legion Commander is about to go down, but not before the Warlock drops down first. Pudge is getting taken on by the Legion Commander ult, and he's going to drop very quickly. The only question is, yes, the Legion Commander does get out. Weaver does come in and take out the Legion Commander, and then a nice shackle, or the power shot coming in and taking out the Weaver. Well done Great job on the side of the Radiant. Once again, going for another 3-for-1 kill. And we even have a Bristleback pushing into the middle lane. So, well done on the side of the Radiant yet again. But unfortunately, well, I almost said that they're losing a carry every time. But look at their setup. They only have carries. This is a pure carry lineup on both teams. Come on. If this isn't Scream pub match, I don't know what will.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
We're going to rotate back up into the top lane where we're going to see the Legion Commander taking on the Morphling. He's going to get out just in time, switching over to the agility gain. And nice little flare coming in to try and spook him off just a little bit further. But nonetheless, we have a Radiant 3 switching into the top lane. We have a Clockwork flirting with Disaster coming back in against both a Pudge and a Warlock. Maybe, was there a missed hook? Yes, there was definitely a missed hook on that Clockwork, but we're going to see yet another hook here coming in a second. There he goes, and it's going to miss. So another miss. Oh boy, I bet he's just totally laughing at this Pudge right now. So more shit talking. Bristleback trying to see, does he want to go on top of this Pudge? We have a potential rotate coming in from the top lane. Definitely looks like they want to go for the Legion Commander coming in on this Pudge. Are they going to actually go for it? No, the Pudge is on the upper hand now, especially because the Bristleback didn't follow in. He's going to hook him in. So the Pudge is getting on top of the Windrunner and Wind Ranger. He's better pick him out. He's completely caught out of place, and that's going to be a down Wind Ranger. Just easily caught out of place. And then we even have the Legion Commander taking out the Pudge. Well done on that. Oh, Pudge actually dropping to committing suicide out of it. But at very least, Legion Commander does get a couple of extra stacks. She's up to 20 on the side of bonus damage, excuse me, is what's going on that top of that. The Clockwork rocket coming in, flare spotting out. Oh, missing just ever so slightly. And they're going to charge in on top of him. And that's going to be a dead Morphling. Well done for the side of the Spirit Breaker, charging in just for the single kill, though. We definitely have a big push coming in on the side of the Radiant. More 2-for-1. I mean, sure, the Legion Commander didn't exactly get the kill on top of that Pudge, but I mean that was a nice little take nonetheless. We have a rotate for the Wind Ranger going right back into the middle lane. Nice little power shot, taking out a couple of creeps, but the tower definitely getting their say out of this.
Dire's top tower
just a lot of pushing potential coming out of the side of the Radiant right now, and why wouldn't they? They're up 11-5. They've even take 2 of the tier 1s, and we even potentially the final tier 1 on the bottom lane. Legion Commander pushing that one in. So finally getting a nice little set of aggression. Well done. Nonetheless, we see the Dire starting to really group up just because they're a little concerned with this. Let's see if the Pudge wants to get the hook on top of the Clockwork. He's going to try, but that's just a dead Clockwork. A lot of unfortunate aggression where it just wasn't necessary. Pudge committing suicide anyway, specifically because of the power shot on the side of the Windrunner. But she's just going to get out nice and no problem. Nice little invisibility pickup even. Are they going to reinitiate on this? I wouldn't hope so. That Windrunner is just about to die off, especially with the Weaver right next to him. But no damage actually coming in. We even have a reinitiation coming in from the Bristleback. The power shot coming in, almost ready to take out. Yes, there they go. Bristleback taking out the Windrunner. Or excuse me, the Warlock. But the Windrunner about to die down to the side of the... There they go! And she drops. We're going to rotate back to the top fight where we have the Bristleback taking out the Lifestealer even. So even bigger kills coming on the side, but the Bristleback's about to potentially drop, especially with the Weaver coming back in to see if he can find the pick. There comes the speed. Let's see if he can find him. And no, they're just going to drop back. Even the Bristleback deciding to go back in a little bit. No, he's going to get a TP, and he's just going to jump right back down to the bottom lane. Great, more aggression on the side of the Radiant, getting a 2-for-1 that time. Wow, just so much trash talking. What is this, League of Legends? Come on, guys. We've got the Clockwork pushing back into the middle lane, taking out... Actually, the Tier 1 is down, so the Dire have lost all Tier 1s now. So we definitely need to see a bit of change on aggression here. Clockwork spotting out the Morphling. They're deciding to back... Come on. Going for the fight here, guys. Do something special. I want to see some little fun here. And diving way too far. What is this? Just mocking him, I guess. Oh, bad play. Getting himself caught right into the tower. But nonetheless, Morphling is going to drop down. Pudge hook missing spectacularly. Once again, Clockwork actually taking out the Morphling. Well done. Legion Commander saying, no, you're going to get back here right now. I want to take that Pudge out. And diving a little too far. I see a hook. He misses yet again. So, unfortunately, not a whole lot going on there either. We're going to switch back up to the top lane where we get the Bristleback going on top of the Morphling. Or to the Weaver, excuse me. Weaver's gonna get.
Dire's
Oh,
bottom tower is
Bristleback's ready for it. Drops the dust. He's got to slow down the Weaver and find him a little bit longer, but he doesn't have any. He doesn't have a way to stop him, so the Weaver's gonna get out nice and easy. Nice little teleport out. Well done. So at least no more kills on that side. We have the Spirit Breaker charging in on top of Pudge. It looks like absolutely gonna get that pick. Once again, Legion Commander about to drop the ult. I'm betting no, not necessary. They're going to go on top of the Warlock, though, and that's going to be yet another easy kill. A lot of carry potential. Another 2 for nothing on the side of the Radiant. Great picks on that side. Just pushing everything in. We're going to look at the towers real quick. Really nothing going on the side of the... Oh, excuse me. This tier 2 is about to drop. It's past the halfway point. Bristleback even pushing in the top lane as best as they can. The Life Stealer... What's he going to do? I mean, all he's really got is the armlet right now. He's starting to work on... He's got a Javelin. I'm not exactly sure what he's working on. I don't recall this item build. He doesn't even have boots yet. This is bad, especially with 750 gold. Come on, man. Get something. You have money. Buy something out of this. Tier 2 on the bottom lane on the Dire side is about to drop. Spirit Breaker's been essentially even going to take it. Wind Ranger actually taking the last hit on the tower. Nice little set of gold. Maelstrom coming in. Looks like she might potentially work on the Mjolnir. I would hope. I hope that I'm pronouncing that one right. Never done well with that name. The glyph coming out on the side of the Dire, but what's going to happen? Oh, the Pudge Hook's going to come out, and that's going to be a dead Legion Commander. And, yep, there they drop it. In fact, the Bristleback looks like they might drop as well. We got 3 on the side of the Dire going for this fight. They definitely want it, but it looks like he's going to get out unless that Weaver actually comes in with the... Oh, the Clockwork Reinitiate coming in on top of the Weaver, coming back out. And a lot of just rotations coming in and out of this fight. Windrunner doing a power shot coming on top of on the Pudge, but nothing really else is going to be done except for the War Runners... Warlock's going to drop. Pudge getting the nice hook on the Clockwork, but Warlock takes the kill. We have the Windrunner just saying, nope, I'm going to back out of this entirely. Fortunately, we finally have a little bit of well done. More shit talking on the side of the Radiant. Dire actually getting a couple of kills in exchange, getting their first positive kill death in that fight. Nonetheless, Radiant's way over 10,000, potentially 12,000 gold in the lead, and for a little while they were actually at about, I'm going to say 6250 on the side of XP. So Radiant's still having a massive lead, but they're going to have to do something if they where was... Okay, I was not expecting the power shot to be there. Hey, whatever. We're going to rotate back up to the top lane where the Morphling is pushing back in. No, actually, let's have some fun. We're going to rotate on top of this Pudge yet again. See if he can find anything. Nope, he's just going in for the... He's going in for the haste rune. Rotating back down to the bottom lane. It looks like the Warlock is dropping a nice little... Or they know it's there now, so they're going to go ahead and back out. But they potentially have another 3 on this bottom lane. See a nice little rotation from the Weaver coming in. He wants to come back in on top of the fight. And the Morphling's about to drop. The Legion Commander getting more stacks. And a kill, so well done on the Legion Commander, but here comes the Pudge Hook potentially. Nope, ult comes in first. A lot of aggression right on the Legion Commander, getting completely picked out of place, and that's a dead Legion Commander. A Spirit Breaker out of place as well. Especially, well, it depends. They have 4 on the side of the Dire pushing up on that top lane. Are they going to reinitiate, or are they going to try? I don't know if they're going to find anything out of this, especially if he's going to get right past that tier 1. Nope, they're going to leave him alone. Nonetheless, we have a rotate back here in the middle lane. They have 3 on the side of this tower, and it's going to drop rather quickly. More shit talking. Come on, guys, calm down a little bit. We have the Warlock still up on the high ground. It being potentially... Was he spotted out, or was the Bristleback just peeking around? Either way, he probably shouldn't be here, especially because they've got the Life Stealer and the Warlock potentially going to take him out. Nope, they're going to have a fight going on top of the Windrunner, especially with the death about to happen on the side of this Windrunner. She's potentially going to try and suicide. No, Warlock getting the kill. We have 1 down on the side of the Radiant, another one potentially coming down on the side of the Radiant very soon, especially with the Clockwork being picked off so easily. Down they go. And the Bristleback, not sure exactly what he's doing. He needs to get out of this fight. He's got 4 right on his tail, and he's too busy worrying about the bug. Maybe he's just worrying about the speed. Legion Commander, I don't know what you're doing. Starts up an ultimate right on top of a couple, but he's going to drop very quickly. He's going to lose and give Pudge some extra damage stacks. Not necessarily a good thing, obviously. But we have the Bristleback about to die. No, Bristleback actually gets the Lifestealer pick right at the very last moment, but he's gonna die to the Pudge hook. Nice little hook on the side of the Pudge. 4 down on the side of the Radiant. Nice pick back up on the side of the Dire. We still see a massive gold boost on the side of the Radiant, but the XP is definitely starting to swing back in their favor. Very slowly, but potentially surely in the side of the Dire. Especially with that Lifestealer Pudge and the Morphling. I see a lot of fight. Oh, I missed the Spirit Breaker picking off the Warlock. Very sorry about that. We have a nice little rotation coming from the Windrunner. Going back into this middle lane. See if they can actually push back into this middle lane. Power shot pushing in the lane even further. Wow, everybody's rotating back in. They want to fight of this. Especially, they want to see what they can pick off. And I mean, potentially, if it's 5-on-2, we've got a, is it 4-on-2, excuse me. If they find this Pudge or this Morphling, it's going to be a dead either one of them. We even have the Weaver rotating back home, doing it must have been a missed teleport. We have an ultimate on the Legion ult coming on top of the Pudge, and she just pushed right back out of it. It goes to a tie. Nonetheless, the Clockwork's going to get the Pudge kill. Morphling's going to try and get this pick off on the Morphling as well, but diving a little too far. Lot of unnecessary aggression just yet. I would say take the kill and run. Heck, even work on a tower if you can. But then again, maybe my personal bias is kicking. Lifestealer coming back onto the bottom lane, pushing this lane back out. We definitely have a Spirit Breaker and a potential Clockwork coming in on the top of this fight. He's going to TP in. Is it going to be soon enough? No! He's going to get stunned and he's going to be stopped. And that's a dead Lifestealer. Ooh, very close, but a little too late, unfortunately. We're going to go back to the middle lane where we've got the Windrunner pushing into the Tier 3. A little unnecessary aggression, though. Legion Commander coming right back on top, getting pushed right back out. And there goes the Bristleback killing off the Warlock, and the Legion Commander dropping as well. So we've got a big fight coming in. Radiant definitely pushing in far into this lane. Pudge pulling his buddy out, but it doesn't matter because the Bristleback takes him out. The Pudge actually... Oh, he's going to sacrifice him down the tower. Is he going to get out? No, he gets out all the way back home. Pro play. Well done on the side of that Bristleback. Great job. Taking 3 down on the side of the Dire for 2 on the Radiant. Great play. Very well done. I was a little surprised. I thought he was actually going to try and get himself killed off in the side of the market, or in the spawn. Well done. Wow. What a bunch of anger. What a bunch of anger. We do have a little bit of aggression coming in on top of the... Well, no, not aggression. Excuse me. Lane push. I heard it somewhere. But I guess I was mistaken. We've got the Legion Commander rotating back into the middle tower. Or middle lane. Still not a single tier 1 on the Dire or on the Radiant side dropping. So we have the Spirit Breaker doing a little picking. Looks like they want to fight on top of the mid. He's going to go after the Weaver. They have no idea. They just don't see it coming. And there goes the start and the initiation. Legion Commander dropping the ult right away. The Spirit Breaker starting to work on top of the Weaver, but it's not going to work. Nonetheless, Pudge is going to die. Clockwork ultimate hook coming on. The Pudge is going to drop here very shortly. Pudge commits suicide, but the Warlock drops as well. So we already have 2 down on the side of the Dire, and here comes the Warlock. He's about to drop as well. Well done on the side of that. So 3 down on the side of the Dire. Great job, guys. Keep pushing in. We even see the Bristleback pushing against the Morphling. He's going to keep dropping, but we just don't have any strength on the side of him. Nice little delay on that with the Windrunner, but unfortunately nothing further. 3 down on the side of Dire. They're going to push in toward that lane. Why wouldn't they? They're already up over 12,000 in gold, and they're starting to get their massive XP lane. XP going back on the side. Spirit Breaker. You're such a jerk. You're a douchebag, dude. Enough. Nonetheless, we got a little bit of a nice push coming back into the middle lane. A big push on the Spirit Breaker on the bottom lane, taking about 20% of that tower before deciding to back out. No, he's going to reinitiate on top of the middle lane. What do we have? Nope. Top lane? Okay, they just want to push this top lane even further in. Nonetheless, we have a Bristleback and the Windrunner coming back into the middle lane. We have the Lifestealer and the Pudge checking it out alongside the Morphling. Nice little rocket coming in, pushing that lane even further as much as they can, trying to get whatever they can. Spot it out. We have a Pudge missing, absolutely. Almost getting the Bristleback, but that was a little close. We're going to switch back up to the top lane where, well, not a whole lot going on other than a bunch of pushing going on. The Radiant looking for that Roshan potential, but that's not going to happen. Oh boy, a lot of pushing. Really just a lot of relaxing, I would have to say.
Illusion.
We have even the Windrunner coming back up. This is going to be the last of the tier 2s. To easy tower, it's going to drop. No dire rotation whatsoever. Actually, we do have the Pudge coming back in, but he's going to be way too late. He doesn't even have a blink dagger or anything like that. I hear the Legion Commander roll. He's going to drop back in, but he's going to die right off. The Bristleback coming back into the fight as well, but it's going to be way too late, unfortunately. Not going to be able to save the Legion Commander. We have the Spirit Breaker coming. He's going to pick off. He's going to try and pick. What's he doing? I don't know where he's going. Unnecessary rotation. I don't know. I don't understand that one. Either way, the Dire getting one single pick on the Legion Commander. More than happy with it. Everybody's going to back and take a breather for a minute. We have the Spirit Breaker pushing back into the bottom lane alongside of the Illusion of the Clockwork. So more pushing. Let's see if they can actually get a tier 3 out of this. We have a Weaver being spotted out by the Clockwork Rocket alongside the Bristleback. Here we have a potential Pudge hook. Not going to be not going to catch anything. Just nice little easy backs. We have the Spirit Breaker, Space Cow taking a step back out of the scene. He's going to go back to the middle lane, charging for through. No, what's he buying right now? He picks up his Demon Edge. Not sure exactly what he's building to. Maybe he's going to go be a little cocky and go for a Rapier. We have a potential push coming in with the side of the Weaver. Picking him out. No, he's just going to back right out of this. No reason to fight yet, either way. He's just going to go back to pushing down the top lane. Pudge's a little frustrated that they're not just going to be able to get a fight out of this. That's all they want right now. They want a potential fight. See if they can take a tower finally. They don't have a single one. We have a Life Stealer and everybody going right on top of the... Excuse me, I was burping. Windrunner getting pecked off by the Pudge. 4-on-1, nice little pick. Don't know what else to tell you. More shit talking going on. Nice little armlet toggles going on in the middle by the Life Stealer, trying to keep that strength up. But nonetheless, we do finally have the rotation on top of the Roshan. But unfortunately, Dire's not going to see it. Their ward expired a little too early, and they're not going to be able to catch anything unless the Weaver just happens to catch it. But I don't see that happening, especially with the Clockwork about to rotate on top of the Weaver. We do have a... Is he going to throw a hook? No, he's spotting the Pudge, getting that nice little vision out of it. So we do have the Spirit... excuse me, not Spirit Breaker. We have the Bristleback picking up the... What did he pick up? I thought I heard him pick up a room, but I guess not. We have a rotation onto the top. They want to pick off the Spirit Breaker. We have 3 on top of him, slowing him down, but he's just going to be able to get right back out of this, especially because he popped his bomb. So we have a Legion Commander rotation on top, but why? Absolutely unnecessary. He's going to get picked off by 4. Just completely unnecessary. 4v1. Not necessary. Giving the Morphling some extra strength. This is not a team you want to hand over strength to, Legion. Come on. Nonetheless, we get the Spirit Breaker out. He appears to be going in for a... Yeah, he's going to pick up an Aghanim Scepter here just very shortly. We do have a big fight potential coming up on top of the upper ground. We have open wounds coming on top of the Windrunner as well as a Pudge ultimate. He's going to drop very quickly 4-on-1. Windrunner just feeding up that Pudge, or the Weaver this time, I guess. But, oh boy, unless we have a... Yep, we have a nice little rotation by the Weaver coming back into the middle lane trying to stop the push. And then we have the Clockwork coming back into the middle lane, but he's potentially going to get spotted out by the Pudge hook instead. It depends what they see. Rocket catching 3 of them for vision. So he's smartly backing out. We do have the Bristleback with the Aegis, and it looks like is he going for a mech? And it looks like he might be. Yeah, he's going for a Pipe of Insight instead. Never mind. So that almost finishing. Yep, there's the Pipe. So the Pipe is completely finished. Nice little extra health on their side. But I would like to see a nice little mech as well. They've got a lot of single target burst, but not a whole lot else, unfortunately. I'm not seeing... Yeah, I would love to see a mech right now, but unfortunately, they're not fighting as a team. Dire's doing a much better job working together as a team right now, trying to stick together, and that could potentially be the Radiant's downfall, especially because they played so cocky and did so well at the beginning of the game. They keep getting picked off now, and they're just giving them the golden experience right back. I mean, look at what Bristleback is doing. He goes right back into the fight, and he's just going to drop. Completely unnecessary waste of the Aegis, and they're just going to go 5 on top of him, and he's just going to fall again. Open wounds, missed Pudge Hook. But it doesn't matter. Bristleback's just going to go down. Spear Breaker charging in, but for what? He's going to come back in on top of the Warlock, but completely unnecessary, guys. Spear Breaker does get a Morphling kill out of it. Clockwork coming back in. He's going to get the Warlock picked off, and it looks like they're going to go for the Pudge as well. He's about to drop here very shortly as well. Windrunner stopping a couple of them, but... Ooh, is he going to get the kill, though? The Clockwork does, in fact, get the Pudge kill before the Weaver picks him off as well. Still, 3 down on the side of the Radiant. Radiant would be having such a much better time right now if they were actually working together instead of going for greedy individual picks. Stop going for 1v4 and go 5v5, and you guys are just going to team wipe them. The Windrunner using force staffing himself into a very interesting position, deciding, you know what, I'm going to farm out of this. No problem, but I would love to see a little bit more of a push going on right now. We've got 3 up on the side of the Radiant. They're all here. Push in. See if you can get a tower out of this. You have the potential of getting this tier 3, but I don't know. They wasted all their time. Especially with the creeps following up a little bit slow. It looks like they should just back out at this point. But no, we do have a Legion Commander coming back into this, taking a peek. Okay. Alright. Nope. Just forcing a little bit of a back. Waiting for the rest of the team to come on the Radiant side in. Oh, we have an open wounds coming on top of the Legion Commander. Weaver and the Warlock coming in on top of him as well. That's going to be yet another dead Legion Commander, potentially. 2 of them getting caught out. What are you doing, Warlock? Or Windrunner? Weaver picking off the Legion Commander just as she should. And, come on, mouse. And Wind Ranger getting out. I'm learning to get the name correct, unfortunately. It's going to take me a little bit more time, but I'm working on it. Alright, we have a Clockwork Rocket coming in, spotting quite a few of them out. We've only got 3 down here on the side of the Radiant. Still waiting for the Spirit Breaker, who's charging in on top of the Pudge. Here he goes. He's going to stun him up. Warlock coming in for the fight, but is it going to be enough? Missed Pudge Hook, and they're just going to back. I think they're just taunting him at this point, but unfortunately they don't have any right to. They keep going in solo and potentially get picked off. I think that was actually lucky of the Spear Breaker to not have to get picked off out of that, especially with 3 on top of him. The team didn't rotate to help him out very quickly, so completely unnecessary aggression right now. Come on, guys, work together. We have a bottom lane getting pushed in, but the Dire side's going to push back very, very quickly. Spear Breaker's deciding to rotate back onto the top lane and push in this lane a little bit more. Right now, I think they should be worrying about pushing in the towers. That's all they can really do. They're starting to get to the point where the Dire is getting fed. The Morphling is getting kills. The Lifestealer is getting kills. The Weaver's getting kills. The Pudge is getting stacks and kills. So right now, they need to be working on the objectives. They need to finish strong and finish fast. We've got a nice little rocket coming to try and slow down, weaken down the Dire creep wave push, but not going to hit. Not going to hit anybody whatsoever. So we only have we have about 2 more minutes until the Roshan pops back up. We have a Clockwork initiation on top of the Pudge, and he's about to drop. Unfortunately, the Legion Commander dropping his ultimate as well, and they're just going to focus on this Pudge. He's about to drop. Pudge committing suicide yet again. Lifestealers looks like he's about to die if they can actually get one more hit, but they're not going to do it. They're all just going to back out. Bristleback actually going to try and go in for the kill, but unfortunately it's potentially a little greedy. He's going to jump into the Morphling, and he's just going to get right back out. But now we have a 3v1 on top of this Bristleback. I don't know where he's going. He's just rotating left and right all over the map, and he's just going to drop. Potentially, it's as if he wants to pick who he wants to die to, but he could have used that time trying to back out, potentially have his teammate actually helping him out. And here we go. We have the Spirit Breaker pushing back into the bottom lane, trying to get him back off this tower. They still don't want to give him a single tower, and that's the mentality that they need to have. Have everything pushed back in. They're feeding back up the Dire side. I mean, let's take a look at the graph. We've got 15,000 gold on the side of the Radiant right now, and I guess we have about 5,000 toward the Radiant, but it is starting to dip. It's not nearly as a commanding lead as it used to be. So the Radiant, I mean, especially for being nearly 40 minutes in the game, $4 grand is not a lot of a difference. So Radiant absolutely going to be losing this soon unless Radiant finds something. They need to get a tier 3. They need to be working together as a team. They need to initiate together. They need to work together, and they can get kills. I mean, look at what just happened when we had the Windrunner, and I believe it was the Legion Commander and the Clockwork on top of that Pudge. The Pudge went down very quickly. If only we saw that with the rest of the team, finding 2, 3 of a pick-off at a time. We have a little bit of a fight going on. What do we have going on? There goes the Wind Ranger taking out the Morphling. But here back in the middle lane, we've got, are we going to actually see any return aggression on the side of the Dire? They've got all 4 of them here. They could potentially pick somebody off. What are they going to find? They're going to find the Clockwork potentially out of position. The rest of the team getting close. Oh, the hook almost catching the wrong target. But I mean, anybody is a good catch at this point for the Pudge. So, still waiting. We've got a nice little push coming in on top of this lane. Just the Dire being forced to stay back into the lane. Spirit Breaker doing what he does best at this point. He's not fighting, so as long as he's pushing in lanes, I would say the Radiant is more than happy right now. Quit dying. I mean, good job for picking off that Morphling, but objectives are what matter the most right now. Clockwork getting spotted out by the ward. And we have a potential Pudge hook. He knows he's there. And waiting for the attempted Pudge hook. Nope, he's being smart about it. Well done. Legion Commander jumping on top of him. He goes on top of the Pudge. They've got some extra help. There goes the Clockwork and the Bristleback going on top of the Pudge. And is he gonna drop or suicide? There he goes. Bristleback actually gets the kill this time, but the Legion Commander's about to drop to the Warlock. There he goes down. We have the Weaver working on the others. Wind Ranger actually taking out the Life Stealer. The Bristleback's actually about to take out the Morphling right before he drops to the Weaver. We have extra fighting going on. Oh, and the Weaver even takes out the Wind Raider. So we have 3 down on the side of the Radiant, and we even have a potential 4th about to drop out. Where did the Clockwork drops back out? He's going to get out, but barely. Almost dead. Nonetheless, the Spirit Breaker just trying to get out of this fight. He takes out... Does he get the tier 3? He does get the tier 3, so well done for them. Great job actually working on that, but I think I'm going to have to reverse on my word temporarily. They all decided to go on a big fight except for the Spirit Breaker, so it was a 4v5 and both teams lost 3. Well done for actually getting that tier 3, but if they would have actually gone for that team fight, it could potentially have been a 5-man wipe on the side of the Dire. Then they could have taken both a tier 3 and a Rax. Nonetheless, a 3v3, a 3 down on both sides, and a tier 3 going down. Obviously, a big win on the side of the Radiant.
And it's off.
We're gonna go back down to the bottom lane. Still nothing happening. Everybody just kind of going back into a reset. We have the. Oh, I'm feeling dumb right now. What is the name of that? I wanted to say Butterfly. It's not the Butterfly. Daedalus. So, Daedalus coming up on the side of the Spirit Breaker. Some extra attack speed coming in. And, critical increasing. My mistake. See what kind of extra damage. Yeah. Legion Commander being cocky and calling out something on the side of the Dire. Absolutely no towers down on the side of the Radiant. Say what you want, but they're actually doing a great job holding up their towers. Or potentially it's just because the Dire haven't actually had much of a chance to push in. We have a potential 4 on top of the... They're going to work on the Clockwork first. The Bristleback's going to back first as well. They're back second as well. Pudge Hook pulling out the Clockwork, and they're going to work on him, and that's going to be a dead Clockwork to the Weaver. We have a little bit extra pushing coming on top of the Bristleback, but sorry, but your quills are not going to work on that bug. They're going to try and trick him. What was that? Nothing going out on the side of this Pudge. Ugh. Come on, Pudge. Sometimes you're dead on, and other times you're not. Nonetheless, Dire want to reinitiate on top of this. They're going to find the Legion Commander. They're going to find 4. And this is a big fight on the side. Both sides drop down 1. Clockwork drops. Clock dropped earlier. Morphling dropped just now. And we have a lot of fight coming on top of the Life Stealer. He's going to drop down to the Spirit Breaker as well. We have a 4 rotating back on top of the Weaver. They want to work on him a little bit. He can't time-lapse back out. Sakuchi's down for just a couple more seconds, but he's going to get out no problem. Actually, Spirit Breaker's going to charge in on top of him. No, he's going to get out. Oh, just in time. Good try on the side of the Spirit Breaker. extra cockiness coming out of the side of the Spirit Breaker. But we have a little bit more just lane pushing and general rotation out of the mid. Except for the Legion... Life Stealer. Wind Ranger actually pushing back into the middle lane, coaxing out the Pudge hook, but he's not going to hit anything but air. We have the Weaver coming back in, though. They definitely want to see if they can pick onto this Wind Runner. They're going to come back onto him, but she's just going to run right back out. No problems there. We do have a little bit of a push coming back out on the bottom, but Spear Breaker actually coming on top of... Oh, going to piss off Roshan trying to get back out of it, but... What are you doing, buddy? Are they actually going to go for this? It's a little risky right now, especially because they've got 2 round. I don't know. They can definitely do it, but the question is Dire actually going to see it? Clockwork denies the bottom tier 1, so Dire just doesn't even get. They don't even get the gold out of it, unfortunately. But the Bristleback takes up the Aegis, and Radiant get the Roshan kill. So extra nice set of little gold coming out of the side of the Radiant. Let's take a look at the graph. We're hitting roughly 20,000 gold almost on the side of the Radiant, and we're starting to peak back up to 7,500 different XP on the side of the Radiant. But once again, that XP, it's not as big of a swing. Dire definitely have a chance to come back into this. We're going to take a look back into the middle lane. We got the Spirit Breaker taking a peek into the middle lane, seeing if he can find anybody. The Pudge going back to his standard spot, trying to see if we can get any picks. But we do have the other 3 coming in. We have, I don't know if he's going to spot the Pudge, but we have the other 4 pushing into the lane. They want to fight, especially with the Aegis coming in. Let's see if they can get any kills out of it. Spirit Breaker, Pudge missing, getting one of his own creeps. Spirit Breaker actually getting the rest of the creep wave, though. So, completely uncontested mid, well, except for we got another creep wave coming in 3 seconds. So we'll see that nice little push, but... Are they actually going to do anything with this? Doesn't appear to be. So I would push in the middle lane just a little bit further, see if they can get that pressure going on the top lane, and then potentially go for a fight mid. So at very least, they'll actually get something out of this trade. But we'll see what happens. Weaver trying to get a couple more kills before he jumps back to the middle lane. We've got all 5 on the Radiant pushing mid, except for the Spirit Breaker, who's now rotating to the top lane. Going right back toward his standard pushing potential, getting as much gold as he can potentially get out of this. He's got the Daedalus. It looks like he might be going for a hard as well. He's already got the silence. He's got the crits, and why not get the health? He's got the attack speed already. So looks like we have was that an open wound? No, that was the mom being popped. So he's gonna get out, no problem. But nonetheless, he forced three to rotate top, and they've got another 2 in here in the mid. They're gonna rotate in. Pudge hooking his own teammate. They're saying, "We give up. We're gonna go back to base." Clockwork saying, "Ha ha. See you guys at home." Everybody on the Dire side rotating back into the middle lane, and just a lot of rotations going right back in. We got a nice push coming in on the side of the Radiant here very shortly, but. Are Radiant actually going to fight this? Are they actually going to do something with their Aegis, or are they just going to keep poking at them for a little while? Because all they're doing is they're giving Dire a chance to come back. They're giving them gold. They're giving them XP with all the creeps that they're just feeding right into them. Make a push. Make a stand. I don't care what you do. Just do it. Go in and fight. Go in and die. I don't care. Don't give them any more opportunities to gain more XP and gold. Yep, Spirit Breaker finishes off his heart. Looks like they're potentially going to go for this fight. Hopefully, Pudge whiffing another hook. If this were FIFA, we'd call it a field goal. But incoming on the Clockwork, going right on top of the Life Stealer. Looks like he's going to get picked off, but the Life Stealer decides to do the armlet toggle, and he's going to get the first kill on the Clockwork. We also have the Legion Commander dropping, and we even have the everybody's dropping. We have the Aegis being popped on the Spirit Breaker, and on the Bristleback. They're going to go right back in. There goes the fight. They just did it, and there goes the Bristleback on the side of the Radiant. So, unfortunately, for only the cost of a single Warlock, they lose their big 3 carries. So, not a great job, unfortunately. They did what they could. Weaver picking up a Rapier. Oh boy. Okay. Well, I mean, he hasn't died in a while. Let's see. He's only died 3 times. He's 14-3. I don't think that's a bad pickup at all. This is what they need to get back into this fight. They're definitely pushing into the middle lane. They're going to go on top of the Spirit Breaker, but Spirit Breaker giving the Pudge a nice little pat on the back. He's going to throw a hook, and he's just going to juke right out of it. Even with the slow, it's not going to matter. More shit talking coming from the bristleback. And we have the tier 1 in the mid dropping finally. We even have the pick going on top of the Spirit Breaker. He's about to die. Unless he gets is he going to get the Pudge first? Pudge commits suicide, and he's not going to get it. Wind Ranger doing his best to get back out of this fight. Morphling decided, no, you're not going to get out of this, trying to get back into the fight, but he does it at the wrong time, and he's going to drop down to the Legion Commander. Extra stacks going in, 62 stacks of damage on the side of this Legion Commander. We're starting to get back to a very even fight here, unfortunately. Dire finally getting they own their very first tower. I mean, the bottom one went down to the creeps, and it was even denied, so finally we get some nice little fighting going on the side of the Dire, getting their own first claimed tower. Massive push coming on the side of the Dire for the top lane. Let's see if that reverse push actually gets anything out of this. Hopefully the Radiant are going to be able to take something out of this fight. I mean, they got a tier 3 out of it. See if they can actually take something out of it. Pudge whiffing just another hook. Go practice a little bit. Go play some Pudge Wars, guys. We got everybody pushing back into the middle lane now, except for the Bristleback, who's not... Oh, excuse me. Spear Breaker also pushing in the middle lane. This is not a good place for the Radiant to be. Oh, he's gonna pick the creep. That was a bullet dodge on the side of the Radiant. They don't want to go 3v5 here under a tower here. That's not a good idea. But the Clockwork's going to get hit. He's going to be forced staffed right back down. Spirit Breaker just refusing to help his team. Windrunner going down to the Weaver. And that's one down on the side of the Radiant. He's going for 80 seconds. Big reversal push coming back in on the side of the Dire. They're going to go back into this. The Spirit Breaker saying, you know what? You're going to try and fight. I'm going to push the lanes in. I'm going to make you pay for this one way or another. So... nice little push coming back on, but everybody going right back into a reset. No big fight, no nothing. Excuse me. We got the Clockwork rotating back into the middle lane. He's got... actually, he's got his Blade Mail going on, so that might be a little bit of a counter initiation on top of the Pudge. We'll see what happens. Morphling going for all the Ancient Camp. Not a whole lot going on. Spear Breaker... saying, I give no fucks, rushing right back into the middle lane, pushing right back through. Roshan about to spawn in about 90 seconds. Dropping down to the bot lane, telling everybody where he is. Clockwork coming right on top of the Morphling. He's about to get the pick off on him. And, oh, he's going to juke himself right back out. He's almost going to get out. Is the Spirit Breaker going to be... Spirit Breaker's actually not doing anything about it. He's going to get the Life Stealer, though, so... They get, well, Radiant drop 1 for the side of the 2 on the Dire. So they're finally going to get their push out of this. I hesitate to say this, but I think now is absolutely the perfect time for the Spirit Breaker to push on top of the top lane and see if he can get a Rax out of it. Especially with the Pudge down here. Everybody's down here in the bottom lane. Pudge is going to get picked off by the Clockwork. He's about to die or at least commit suicide. Clockwork does get the Pudge. Weaver does get the Clockwork. So 2 down on the side of the Radiant, 3 down on the side of the Dire. The Weaver looks like he's potentially going to get out. Oh, he puts himself right back into the fight by accident. But at least, oh, is the Bristleback going to get him? No, he's slowed, but he's also riding at max speed. So, not a big deal. Come on, guys, get something out of this. Oh, they got another tier 3 down, so they're going to push right back in. They're going to see if they can take a tower out of this, or the Rax out of this. Taking out the range barracks first. Not a bad call. Take something out of this. 3 down on the side of the Radiant. 4 down on the side of the Radiant now. Only Legion Commander's about to come back in. Spirit Breaker saying, I'm going to take a tower out of this. We're going to try some Rat Dota. But I don't know if it's worth this. He's potentially going to die out of this. He's going to work on the Morphling. Not a big deal. He's going to scare him back at least. But come on, finish off the Rax. Oh, he's down. Spirit Breaker's going to die very shortly unless he can... Nope, there he goes. 12,000 gold going to the side of the Weaver. Holy cow. How much do they have now? It's still breaching 20,000 gold on the side of the Radiant, but we've also got just about 10,000 gold on the side of the Radiant. I would have liked to have seen that melee barracks, but that's me. I'm a very objective player. I would have focused on that Rax, so even if I would have died, which he did, he would have had a double barracks down on the bottom lane. That's a lot of pushing power going on that bottom lane that they desperately need. Spirit Breaker could have easily rotated on the top, and they could have gotten another set of Rax, but I hesitate to say whether that was a missed play because that was almost another kill on the Weaver. And the Weaver, so much gold. so much. He's got his butterfly, got a rapier. He's got the Lincoln Sphere going on, and 7,000 gold. Oh boy! So I would have absolutely gone. I don't know if I would have gone on that Weaver, but I don't blame him for trying. Another 2 minutes going on top of the Roshan. And this time he's going to be dropping cheese as well, so a little bit extra incentive for the Dyer to actually start going back onto this. Spear Breaker decided to push back onto this bottom lane, but the Pudge is going to spot him. He's not going to be able to hook him unless he gets... He's going to walk right up to him and ult on top of him. And no, he's just going to say hi. There goes the hook, and there goes the ult. Finally catching him, but he's just way too tanky. It's going to take him a little bit extra time. Nope! Wow, Weaver's Rapier doing damage, absolutely destroying that Spirit Breaker. 2 minutes until he returns to this fight. Holy cow. I don't even know if he has buyback status. Did he buy back? I think he bought back into the game with that. Ouch, not good. Let's get rid of this. Thank you. That way we can return to the fight. Pudge committing suicide. Legion Commander about to drop to the Weaver. And now the Clockwork's about to drop to the Lifestealer as well. Radiant's doing work. There goes the Bristleback. But not before they finally get the Weaver for 1,400 gold. Holy cow. The Lifestealer, Wind Ranger is going to try and see if he can get out of this against the Lifestealer. He's going to get out of it, no problem. So, still, 4 dropping on the side of the Radiant. Ouch. Ouch, guys. Nonetheless, the Weaver did die. Holy crap. So, who dropped the Rapier dropped. Let's see who picked it up. Anybody on the Radiant side, perchance? It would have to be, yes, the Wind Ranger absolutely picked up the Rapier. So, let's see if they can get a nice little rotation out of this. I'm not saying I'm too worried for the Weaver. What did you buy?
Radiant's bottom tower.
You don't just lose 7,000 gold like that. What did you buy, Weaver? Nothing? I don't understand that. There's got to be something mistaken here. I wish I want to go back and find out exactly what she bought. What did the Weaver buy? That doesn't make any sense. Actually, we have the Weaver and the Warlock going back on top of the Roshan. Weaver actually going to go ahead and pick up the Aegis and the cheese this time. So, somebody picked that up. Let's get Weaver his Rapier back, especially now that he's got the Aegis up. Not a problem. We have everybody split pushing back, but take a look at this. The Radiant have lost their tier 2 bot. They lost their tier 1 a little while ago, and they lost their tier. Nope, they lost only their tier 1. So Radiant getting 2 towers out, or Dyer getting 2 towers out of this on the Radiant side. Spirit Breaker charging for what? Just wanting to pick, get a nice little pushback onto this lane. Weaver getting the another Rapier, looks like. So. Excuse me, does that mean the Windrunner? Oh boy, 2 Rapiers on the field, guys. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Big push coming onto the bottom lane. They're going to work on this tower as best as they can. Lifestealer about to drop, it looks like. No armlet toggle, he's just going to go around to the Wind Ranger. It looks like the Bristleback's about to die down to the Pudge as well. And Pudge Rot's going to start working on everybody, but he's losing more life than anybody else. The Weaver actually dropping next, about to... If he drops one more time, there goes the Rapier. They're going to give a second Rapier over to the side of the Radiant. There goes the Spear Breaker dropping to the Warlock, and the Clockwork working on the Weaver. He's going to try and get out of this, but he might get out. Nope, Sakuchi's out. Wind Ranger absolutely wanting that second Rapier, and we have the Clockwork working on catching absolutely nobody. He's going to try and get out of this. He's going to get caught, but no, the Lincoln Sphere are going to get him right out. So he's going to get out very nicely. Nonetheless, they want to find him. They want to find him so bad right now. Whew, that was actually very close for the Weaver. Glad he kept backing out. Boy, do they want him. Bristleback picking up a heart of his... oh no, who picked up the first heart? I don't remember who picked up the first heart. Was it Spearbreaker? Spearbreaker picked up the heart. Okay. Weaver picking up the boots to travel. Getting a little bit of more of a split push going on, but I mean, Dyer didn't lose anything out of that. They didn't get no towers lost, no extra barracks lost. I'm hesitant to say that was good for them. Obviously, they lost 3 in that fight, but seeing as how, I don't know, I still hesitate to say that it's even right now. We got 4 pushing on top of this mid-tier 3. Radiant want it bad. They want to end this as quickly as possible. We even have a rotate coming in from the life stealer. Not before the tier 3 drops though. All racks are completely exposed now. Let's see if they actually get any extra barracks out of this. The Pudge actually takes out the clockwork. Where? I missed it. I am very sorry. I must have missed the hook. So we're going to keep working on the mid lane. No. Are they going to back? Doesn't look like they want to back either. Pudge hook catching onto the Spirit Breaker, pulling him on the ult not coming off. Legion Commander going in for what? Going on top of the illusion. And now here goes the Morphling blowing up everybody, trying at least. And no, the Spirit Breaker is going to destroy the Legion Commander is going to get the kill, but the Spirit Breaker is about to die here any minute. There he goes. The Pudge is actually going to be working on the Legion Commander right before the Life Stealer drops as well. We have 2 down on each team, but only because the Spirit Breaker bought back in, so we're down 3-2. Pudge is going to drop down to the Wind Ranger, and she's still got the Rapier, guys. Wow. 3 dropping on the side of the Dire. We had a 4th dropping down. Spirit Breaker absolutely insistent on buying back every chance he gets. That's 2 buybacks if I recall. Spirit Breaker going back on top of the Weaver. He's going to drop back on top of the time lapse. Interesting little timing there. He's going to work right on top of the towers, and why wouldn't you? You've got that extra Daedalus, but he's going to work on the extra Radiant Tower. There goes the second tower racks dropping. 1 for each side. He's going to get an open wounds on top of the Spirit Breaker. See if he can get picked off. They're doing a lot of damage to him. 3 on top of him, but he's just going to jump right out. No big deals. Going to just push right back into the top lane. Weaver's still going to pursue him. See if he can get the final attacks on him. Does he even have a... He does have a Rapier. But he's just not doing enough damage to him, unfortunately. It doesn't look like he's going to do enough. I would like to see a Desolator, at least some extra damage coming onto him. He's got the Butterfly, so he's attacking faster, but he's got a Rapier, but I would like to see something a bit more permanent come out just for that extra damage, just in case he does one more time. He's up 23-4, so I don't really see it happening too much, but you never deal in absolutes. We're going back to the middle lane where we have the Clockwork facing down against the Weaver. We have the what's it called? Talisman. That thing. Medallion. Medallion being dropped on top of the Weaver, so they're just going to back out. Whew. Nice little fight. 5-man going on top of the Dire side. They were not able to get either one of these melee barracks, so at least they're getting something out of this. They're finally getting barracks out of this, especially because there are no tier 3s up anymore on the side of the Dire. So got that going for him at least. Nice little rocket coming down to soften up the Dire push on the back. We'll probably have another one in just a few seconds. Nonetheless, Pudge being spotted here in the middle lane. Over 4,000 health, and he's even got a Bloodstone. Okay, alright. I don't... Hey, to each their own. I think it would have been much better to get a heart. He doesn't necessarily need all of the mana. But hey, whatever. He's got only 21 stacks, so I'm just out of curiosity. I actually want to see how much extra damage the Legion Commander's got. Extra 80 damage going on that Clockwork hanging on to nothing. Working onto a Desolator of his own. Got the Assault Curious finished a little while ago. We even have the Spirit Breaker with the BKB finished. So nice little return on the magic. There's a lot of magic on the side of the Dire, so that's a great little pickup. I don't remember. Yep, that even the ultimate on the Pudge is magical, so that's going to do a lot of work. Pretty much everybody shut down as long as they get a strong initiation on the side with that Spirit Breaker going on. Legion Commander picking up the Desolator, getting that finished off. And we even have the Spirit Breaker getting everything finished up. He's 6 slotted. The only other thing I could potentially see him getting rid of is maybe the Mask of Madness, picking up I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what he'd actually pick up. Potentially other than a Butterfly. Get that extra speed going on. But I could be wrong. We have a Pudge getting a mistaken hook on the wrong target, but catching out of the Bristleback nonetheless. They're all going to rotate. They want that Windrunner. She's got a Rapier. She's even got a Demon's Edge. Maybe she wants it. I don't know what she's going after. Spirit Breaker going right back into the fight. Dropping the BKB, but he's just going to start melting to absolutely everything. He's about to drop, and he does. He's going to go down first, and it looks like we almost have a second death dropping on the side of the Radiant. We do. The Clockwork drops down as well. Everybody else getting picked off. 3 down on the side of the Radiant. There goes the Legion Commander. All we have left is this Bristleback, and he's hurting. There he goes, full team wipe on the side of the Radiant. Oh man, and the Spirit Break rage quits. Absolutely bad. Oh man, he must be. I don't. There's no reason to rage quit a game. Nonetheless, that's. Come on, they threw this game. Spirit Breaker getting his karma. He should not have been shit talking. So that's what happens. Nonetheless, we have a full 50 seconds at bare minimum until anybody on the side of the Radiant return. So I would like to see the Dire actually pushing back in toward this. See what they could take out of this. Personal pet peeve of mine, or at least I should say, I love karma when the shit talkers lose. I'm glad that. I'm very glad to see that the Spirit Breaker. Well, maybe I shouldn't say that. That's not very professional as a caster, but nonetheless, I'm glad to see the Dire coming back from this. How about that? We even see a tier 3 dropping. We see a couple sets of racks dropping down. So the pressure's going to be relieved here in the mid lane. Weaver's even doing some serious work on this tier 4 all by himself, losing half of his health to 2 tier 4s, but not that big of a deal. Well done on the side of the Dire, and we have a good game. Oh, go Clockwork jumping on top of this Weaver, but Weaver's just going to time lapse back in. Come on, help him out. Nope, Weaver's going to buy back into the game. He's going to Boots of Travel right back in. What kind of damage is he going to do? He has no Rapier anymore. So we have the Windrunner also lost her Rapier. Where are the Rapiers? One of them on the Clockwork. Bristleback not having one. Okay, the Legion Commander has the other one. That's a lot of damage coming out from the Legion Commander now. Maybe they have a potential for a comeback, especially because they didn't actually get any of the barracks. Weaver, you should have worked on. Oh boy, missed opportunity. I mean, sure, you got a tier 4 out of this, but you know what? I don't blame him. He did some serious work on those tier 4s, and he took them both out. If it wasn't for the Clockwork reinitiating on top of them, they would have gotten a set of barracks and both of the tier 4s. So, you know what? I don't blame him, but that definitely sucks to see that opportunity missed. They needed to get. They need desperately to relieve this pressure going on for both the middle and the bot lanes from the side of the on the side of the Dire. So they're not going to get that unless they actually get a set of barracks. They can get the full team lineups all they want. But, oh, we have the hook coming on top of the Clockwork, and he's taking a lot of damage. He's about to drop. And the Clockwork drops, and it doesn't matter because we have the Legion Commander picking up the Aegis of the Immortal. We have the Bristleback moving at half a mile per hour, trying to get back out of this fight as quickly as he can, especially with the Warlock finding him like that. Legion Commander turning off the armlet toggle. We have the Weaver doing a lot of damage on top of the Spirit Breaker, taking him back out as well. You know, being micromanaged, but I mean, why wouldn't you? It's you kind of need it at this point. Weaver getting one of his rapiers back. We have a gem on the side of the Lifestealer. They're definitely there. I'm not sure why they would have it. They're the ones who have the Weaver. Or maybe he just picked it up when the Radiant dropped it. That could be. We even have the Abyssal Blade on the side of the Lifestealer. Very interesting pickup. Right now, everybody's kind of retreating. We have a 4 pushing into the mid. We even have a the Morphling finishing off the Ethereal Blade. Or that might have been done a little while ago. Nonetheless, we have a big pushing going into the mid. Potential fight, see who they want to pick off. They're definitely ready to see if they can get a Rax out of this. See what they can find. Hitting the 67-minute mark, and here we go. We even have the Lifestealer jumping inside of the Weaver. There goes one of the sets of Rax. Here comes the second Rax. And there they go. Finally, pressure relieved, space created, and they're going to go right on top of the Weaver. It's going to drop really fast. There goes the Lifestealer. He's melting very quick to the Legion Commander as well. No, he drops down. He just being popped due to the Warlock. And Bristleback dropping as well. A bunch of them dropping. Weaver out for 2 minutes. We've got the Pudge dropping now for another 70 seconds. We've got 3 down on the side of the Radiant. Rapiers, 2 Rapiers on the field, and a gem. Oh my god. Clockwork picking up both of them. We're reinitiating on top of the Warlock, and he's just gonna laugh at him as he gets the final hits on this. No reason why not to. I mean, good lord, 2 Rapiers. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Even has 2 javelins. Not exactly sure what I don't recall what else he's maybe. I'm gonna probably be laughed at a little bit. Is he buying a
I crossed
basher?
the world to win this day. I will not fail now.
No, Chris. Monkey King bar. Monkey King bar. Okay, got it. Working on the Monkey King bar. Finally, though, they got some nice little pressure relieved on the side of the middle lane. So, Spear Breaker. Poor sport. Don't talk shit. Lesson learned. Hopefully. Probably not. Go back to League. We've got more pushing power coming back on the side of the Radiant now, especially because they have the, on the side of the Dire, because they've taken out both towers. The Dire, they still have the melee Perix was given more than enough time to go back up to full health. Windrunner actually getting her MKB now, so that's finished up. Big push coming on the side of the Radiant. That's going to easily drop, and they've got another 20. Morphling going to get some easy, nice little gold out of this. Finally have the shotgun Morphling going on, potentially. We'll see if they actually know how to use it. I don't know. It took a long while for that Ethereal Blade to kick in, so hopefully we'll see it actually coming in. Nonetheless, we still have a bigger push on the side of the Radiant bottom lane, and I don't know what to tell you guys. We're just right back to another standstill. We're hitting the 69-minute mark here. Long game. Hopefully somebody actually takes this game very soon. Especially, Radiant has been given more than enough time to take a set of barracks. I would have liked to have seen the Spirit Breaker do a bit more actual team fighting instead of split pushing. They could have taken some extra fights. I hesitate to say that the turnaround is his fault. They were doing great team fights and winning, and then he stopped team fighting. So that gave the Dire their chance for a comeback. Oh, Cheese found, picked up by the... that's a nice little Aegis, mini Aegis pickup. The gold almost equalizing out, but now we're back up to 7,500 on the side of the Radiant. The XP going all over the place. We actually broke into Dire territory a couple times now, but we're right back to a 2,000 XP lead on the side of the Dire. So... or excuse me, did I call that right? No, Radiant's got it both sides. Sorry about that, my mistake. Nonetheless, we've got 5 in the Dire up here. Just kind of looking around, seeing if they can push that lane right back out. They don't want to give up any more towers. No more racks dropping. Hashtag no more racks. We've got 3 coming in on the side of the Radiant. Dire coming back in. They want to start up a fight. We have the Weaver starting out with the Legion with... Nice little hook coming on the side of the Windrunner. She tries to get back out, but gets ulted too quickly. Pudge dropping way too fast. He's dropping. Legion Commander, neither... I thought he had 2 Rapiers. I guess not. They must have gone away. Lifestealer dropping. Weaver dropping as well. More dropping. Who died? Or no, maybe that was just the Warlock object. I don't remember what the term is for what the Warlock had. But, doesn't matter. Anyway, the Warlock about to drop down as well. We have 4 kills on the side of the Radiant. Is this going to be a GG push? It looks like it is. They're about to get the final racks out of this in the middle lane. Spirit Breaker. Don't know what to tell you, man. You quit on the team that you should have not quit on. A little late on the glyph being popped. We have a full 2 sets of racks dropping now. Morphling shotguns going on top of the Clockwork. He's about to drop. No, Clockwork gets the Morphling first, so it's a full team wipe on the side of the Dire still. Nobody's coming back in, and we definitely have a GG this time. There's no way that Radiant can actually come back, or Dire can come back onto this. Tier 4 is dropping, 2 sets of racks dropping, and there goes the Aegis. Well played, Radiant. Very sorry about your cocky Spirit Breaker, but very, very interesting game. Well played to the Radiant, and have a good game. Well done, guys. Anyway, once again, my name is Ninja Chris. Thank you for listening to the cast. 3 Rapiers on the field. Holy cow, guys. Push harder. Once again, my name is Ninja Chris. Thank you for listening to my cast, and have a great day.